Good day, fellas. I hope you're ready for your extra daily dose of skill. Today we are going to play with IS-2 shielded, and the main reason why we are going to play with this tank because I noticed it is on sale for a crazy amount of the money. I mean, this is insane how much Wargaming is charging for it. 40 euros for tier 7 premium IS-2S. Fellas, do not be tricked and do not get this tank for yourself. It is not a good deal. You can get a very good tier 8 premium significantly cheaper. This is to begin with, you know. It is not a good value, you know. This is the first thing. The second thing is, let's go straight into the battle and let's talk this tank. This tank, in my opinion, isn't bad. It's pretty much typical IS, and there is like 5 versions of IS. And all of them are very similar to each other. I noticed that I do not have a YouTube video with this tank. This is the first thing, so let's try to protect you from getting, I mean, maybe not scammed, but overpay significantly. The tank itself is not that bad. Community, though, thinks that tank is closer for a 3 than closer to the 4, and I respect that, and overall combination of the things of this tank is not so horrible. The gun handling is average comparing to the tier and comparing to the alpha damage. The armor is there, which is very good, right? The overall beginner friendliness is also kind of high because you have armor and you have big alpha damage, so you can trade quite a bit, right? But other than that, fellas, for a tier 7, it's not really worth to pay 40 euros, at least in my humble opinion, especially if there is better tanks out there, and I can guarantee you that there is better tanks than this one. Anyways, what do we want to do? First of all, we have an extremely good matchmaking for ourselves. We are playing in Tundra standard battle. This tank has 390 alpha damage, 175 millimeters of penetration with a standard ammunition, and 780 shell velocity, which isn't super good, but that will do the job, especially in this matchmaking. And against the higher tiers, obviously you can always load the gold, but 217 millimeter of penetration and 975 shell velocity against the higher tiers is also kind of a stinker, considering that in the tier 8 this is pretty much a standard penetration, and this is how much you have with gold. But hey, I'm here not to roast this tank, I'm here to show how this tank can behave and how this tank can work. So, the first things first. We are going to use our alpha damage to our advantage, and we are going to beat the living crap out of this tier 6. Now, look at this. Tier 6 against the tier 7. This is kind of unfortunate for this gentleman, and not much what he can change about this. This is just simply unfortunate matchmaking for him. I mean, you can only imagine how he would feel against the tier 8 in this situation, but hey, I am that big boy who is going to bully him in this game, and you know, thank you very much. I appreciate matchmaking like this once in a while as well. Thank you. Meanwhile, another tier 6. Not much what this gentleman can change about this, and not much what he can do about this. We are okay. We are just trying to get involved to the best of our abilities, and as you can see, we are just slapping tanks left, right, and center. And this trading trade, what you are seeing with this tank is the strongest side from any IS tanks. Are we talking about IS-2 or IS-2S or IS? Alpha damage is the king in situations like this, you know? Think about this. This gentleman slapped me for 160 in the face, right? Fair enough. And I slapped him for 400. Who is winning the trades in the long term? Obviously I am, right? Obviously I am, fellas. Meanwhile, can we punish this gentleman like so? Yes, we can. Nice. And as you can see, this T-150 is playing well. He is playing over the distance, and he's just trying to slap us every single time whenever we are going to mess up. And that is okay. That is a fair play, and I can only say GG. That is a smart play, right? Anyways, we are just starting our journey. I still want to punish this T-150. Unfortunately, I missed my shot. Where the sniping goes, obviously IS isn't the tank which you can say, oh my bananas, look at this gun handling and look at this performance, that is crazy. No, it doesn't look like this, fellas, and it doesn't work like this. And I think I need to highlight this situation, fellas. I simply need to highlight this. Meanwhile, there is a Spitz somewhere over there sitting in the bushes. We do not really care. Ah, I thought he will keep pulling back. My fault, fellas, it's okay. All we need to do in this situation, we need to make a bit of pressure to this T-150. I think this is the proper play. So look, we have a decent angle. All I need to do, I need to hit him in the face, and beautiful. Very, very nice hit. Minus 360, and we are finishing the game like this. I do not really think this gentleman is going to peak. So, where the World of Tanks goes nowadays, 15-1 is inevitable. This is how World of Tanks is looking like. And once again, remember the days when we were complaining about the 15-5? Now we are closer to the 15-1. But hey, it is how it is. Not much what we can change about that. So this is the game whenever we could have highlight the strong features of the IS kind of tanks, IS-2S or whatever else, right? That is okay. We made it work beautiful. 2,400 damage, 300 assisting damage. Definitely not the game to complain about. And look at our bonus. Bonus did very, very well. Anyways, we are second by experience. We are second by the damage. And I am surprised how good our bonus played. Very, very nice. Meanwhile, we made 85,000 profits, although 21,000 is coming from the boosters that are activated in the clan, and not everyone would have them. So pretty much this is more likely 60,000 profits. Okay? Anyways, so far so good, let's keep it up. This situation will be tiny touch more rough for this tank. Why so? Because we are playing against the tier 8 and tier 6 tanks, right? So there is more powerful tanks than we are in the game, which is completely fine. It's fair and square. So how do we want to start this game? I really like to bait enemies out of their safe corner, so I'm going to the Juliet, a Juliet 9. This position simply works for me. It's high risk, high reward, but usually it works just fine. So let's try to do that. The most dangerous tank for us is probably, I mean, all top tiers are dangerous. Xor can clip me out, Liz can slap me, and Tiger 2 can slap me. So it's a bit dangerous situation, but it's okay. We are going to be all right. Actually, looking into our team more, I think I do not really want to go there anymore. Skill, why would you say something like this? Well, the thing is, it doesn't feel like we have enough forces to support us in this situation, don't you think so? Because we have a humongous lemming train playing in the open field. This is my fear at the moment. But we have the AMX-12T, who is just simply making a hardcore pressure, and I would love to see this gentleman spotting for us, and I have a feeling that he can do that. I have a feeling, fellas, that he can do this. Relax, take it easy, pre-aiming. Oh, what a beautiful pre-aimed shot, fellas. Ooh. I am proud of this one. That was very, very good. Meanwhile, the guys keep running. Let's try to hit him like this. Unfortunately, I failed. That's fine. Look, I do not see the point why would I get super involved into the city. Even though I am a heavy tank, we need to read every and each game individually. And this game doesn't look like we can be aggressive, okay? Simple as this. That being said, we are going to snipe from the back. We have the optics action going on, so if someone would try to make a bit of pressure, we would be able to spot them, which is very, very much appreciated, and that is good. And our main game happens in the 1-2 line. Skill, I have a question. Since you noticed that the main game happens into the 1-2 line, why you made a decision not to go there? And that is an excellent question. The main reason why so, I am just simply too slow for that type of gameplay and for that type of game. I am just simply too slow. The risk is way too high, and I do not really want to accept it. It's just simply not worth it, if I can say so. Meanwhile, AMX-12T is going like crazy mother trucker from the enemy team, and he is trying to give a bit of the information for the enemy forces. And I can definitely respect that. Meanwhile, Tiger 2 is getting closer. That's good. This is exactly what we are looking for, and this is exactly what we need, fellas. Relax, take it easy, we are fine. Meanwhile, I am thinking about loading the gold ammunition because we are going to face this Tiger 2. And look at this beautiful side angle. Beautiful shot to the side of the Tiger 2. This is exactly what we are looking for. Plus, this Tiger 2 is sitting in the middle of the nowhere, so that is another good thing. Meanwhile, he missed the shot, at least it looked like it. So what that means, we want to hit him once again. Beautiful, very, very, very nice, fellas. And we are farming some assisting damage meanwhile as well. There is no panic in our mind, we are just trying to do our best. I heard how Arta clicked. You know, the sound changes a bit in the game, and there is a way how to notice that and how to hear that. And now the situation is even more different. We have a Tornwagen who is defending, we have Gavika, we have Charioteer, but in the same time enemy team is playing significantly more aggressively here as well. We need to figure out how to defend, fellas. We need to figure out how to defend, and once again, without even considering, without even thinking too much, I am just simply loading the gold ammunition right there, and we are trying to get the most of this ability and the most of this situation. Meanwhile, Mr. Cover 3, beautiful shot into the side of the turret. This is exactly what we are looking for, and he should be dead. Indeed he is. Meanwhile, we have seen enemy Oi looking directly at us. Another beautiful hit. You see, looking into all of this, obviously we made a good decision, okay? Skill, you're so humble, it's crazy. Nah, for real, we made a very, very good decision over there. We, instead of going in front and dying and complaining about this, we made a decision to play significantly more safe. And that works obviously in our favor, and that is very, very good stuff. In the same time, what IS tanks are good for, it is for trading, okay? Whenever you can trade, it's glorious. And if someone is making a silly goose mistake, as enemies are making over there, we are just simply slapping them like there is no tomorrow, and this is exactly what I am looking for, right? We have our plan B to escape from this situation, and at the same time, there is a big chance that Mr. Gusor would consider peeking like this. And if Gusor is peeking like this, I am taking one for the team, and I am giving one for Mr. Gusor. So once again, this situation isn't necessarily bad for our forces. Plus, on top of that, Tornwagen is getting involved. We have a couple of the tank destroyers in the back. There is no need for us to complain, and there is no need for us to panic in this situation. All we need to do, we need to be patient, and we need to simply wait until enemy team will mess up. That's all we need for a full happiness. Meanwhile, enemy Arta just fired, and Gusor started clipping Tornwagen. He fired twice, 3 times. There is a chance that this gentleman is on the reload currently, and if it is the case, we are going to say hello for him. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We eliminated him from the game, and this is perfection. 3000 damage, 500 assisting damage. But I want to highlight this. We are not playing aggressively in this game. In this game, we are playing defensively just to protect our position, because we had 5 guns or so, enemies had more, right? So usually it's not really worth it, right? That's about it. Anyways, there is still a chance for us to win this game. All we want to do, we want to defend the base, because most of the enemy medium tanks or light tanks, they would try to make a bit of pressure like this. This is exactly what we want to see, fellas. This is exactly what we want to see. Beautiful. Side shot to the T-25/2. Let's see. Do we have a good enough angle to punish him? Soon we are going to figure this out. Give me a second. Luckily, we have Charioteer, who is just simply destroying the buildings left, right, and center. This is very, very good. This is exactly what we want to see. And unfortunately, he is dead. Okay, that being said, we need to relocate. I want to take this position here. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do, fellas. Maybe while heading into position, we could have a better angle towards this T-25 too. Maybe. Just going for a blind shot. You never know when you hit those. And we are just taking our time to relocate. Very successful session, fellas. Very successful session so far. Unfortunately, I missed very important shot over there, but it doesn't really matter because our guy should be able to eliminate him from the game, and we are making sure that this T-25 is dead. Excellent. Meanwhile, Škoda should start shitting his pants at the moment. He's running for his life to the best of his abilities, and once again, not a big surprise. This is a good decision. If he is trying to escape, he's doing the things properly. We need to predict nicely now. I know he will go like this. I am very well aware of that. The question is this gap in the bush good enough for us to spot him running away? This is the question, fellas. I don't really think so. I do not really think so. It's okay. We are fine. He could not escape that far, to be fair with you. And if I need to bet... he turned instantly to the left side, okay? This is what I want to believe. That being said, we are going to check out where exactly is he sitting at. Oh my. Mr. Mother Trucker, fellas. We know exactly where he is. We know exactly where this gentleman is sitting at. It's okay. Even though we are going to bleed out quite a bit until we are going to get to the right position to start slapping him, it is still okay. Meanwhile, he is spotted and he is dead. Absolutely glorious. Okay, very nice. There is still a couple of artas left and they are obviously bleeding us out slowly, but we should be okay. 300 hit points left. I am not down to one-shottable to the stern. I'm not down to one-shottable for this T-50 either. So we are feeling okay. Very long game, and I'm excited about this, fellas. This is an interesting game of the World of Tanks whenever it's not going 1 to 15, right? And I am feeling flabbergasted here. I truly am. Beautiful. What do we need to do? We need to simply make pressure over there. That's all we need for a full happiness, fellas. This is straightforward. Make a hardcore pressure and let's hope for the best. Obviously, it doesn't change the fact that we could try to be defensive, we could try to play safe, we could try to do everything in a very different matter, but I think it is just simply better idea for us to be aggressive at the moment. This is how I look into all of this. Meanwhile, I'm loading high explosives. Probably not the greatest idea, to be completely honest with you, but that's okay. Meanwhile, T-50 is playing here, and beautiful hit from our side. Wow. Don't get me wrong, fellas, this vehicle isn't so accurate as it may look like at the moment. It's not. This is 1 versus 3 situation, because Arta should be able to eliminate Gavica, to be fair with you. I think this is going to be 1 versus 3. Obviously, I would love to see our Gavica beating the living crap out of all of them, but you know, everything is depending on the luck. 12T is yapping. He's saying, please carry my ass. Indeed, my man. Indeed. I'm trying to do my best, okay? I'm on the try-hard mode over there. 1 versus 2 situation. Okay. 1 versus 2 situation. Is it that bad? I don't really think so. I think we are kind of alright. What I would love to do, I would love to get tiny touch closer over there. Bad aim by me. Nothing what I can change there. And the enemy Arta slapped me in the face. That's a bit disappointing. I'm going to go for a blind shot. Unfortunately, I missed the shot and I'm trying to get into this position right there before he slapped me. Okay, beautiful. So, what we can do at the moment. I cannot side scrap against him. That sucks, but it is how it is. And I am paying attention if this M44 would try to flank me, okay? I am just trying to pay attention at that. Relax, take it easy. I am looking at both of them. It's okay. Relax, take it easy, fellas. Meanwhile, I can see what he is doing here. Don't you worry, I see that. I see that. Meanwhile. Good. Now I'm trying to run away. He should not turn in time. Beautiful, he isn't turning in time. And now our mission is just to simply build some distance, right? This is our mission over there. Excellent. Perfection, fellas. That is perfection. Very, very, very solid play. We did everything properly. We chose to play defensively. We slapped every attacker. Then we chose to play defensively. We slapped every and each mother trucker who was playing in the base. It was perfection. I cannot play better. I cannot play better than this, fellas. That was perfection in this situation. And plus on top of that, keep this in mind that we were not a top tier tanks either. So that is very, very, very good. Meanwhile, we have a solid Ace Wanker. We have Radley Walters, Paskuki, Top Gun, Steel Wall, High Caliber, 8 kills, 4.3 thousand damage, 500 assisting damage, 1.6 base experience. And we got ourselves 133,000 profits, although keep this in mind, 32,000 profits are coming from activated boosters, so it would be more likely 100,000 profits. That is perfection, fellas. That is straight up perfection. Let's go for one more, shall we? Okay, fellas, so what do we have? We have Siegfried Line standard battle. We are playing against the tier 8s, tier 6s again. This is half of the trouble. To be in +1 matchmaking, I'm not feeling too bad in this situation, right? We are going to instantly load the gold ammunition because we are playing against the bigger boys, right? And we will try to play hold down over there. Hopefully, we will be able to slap every and each guy who is crossing. Once again, I just want to highlight this tank's biggest selling point. That's alpha damage and that's ability to trade. Gun handling isn't ideal of this tank, okay? Armor isn't ideal of this tank. But where the alpha damage goes, 400 is 400 even in the ass, okay? And for a tier 7, 400 alpha damage is quite a bit. Skill, does it mean that it is worth 40 euros? Absolutely not. It is not worth that much money, fellas. I can promise you that. It is not worth that much money. You can get better tier 8 tank for this amount. You can get better tier 8 tank with this amount of the money for sure. Meanwhile, tourist, bam, 370. We are chilling. This is the best part of all of this. You find the guy who is playing like clueless mother trucker, you slap him for 400 in the face, and you chill. And you chill, you enjoy yourself, you have a great time, right? In this situation, I know we have a Love behind us. That is completely fine. I'm not going to move in front and back, in front and back, in front and back. I'm not going to do that. Although Love has a bit different plan, Love isn't the most patient gentleman over there, and Love is saying, you know what? I'm going to block your shots. How about that? Whee! And he is up for a shopping spree in the city, which is completely fine, and this is a legit one, right? What do we want to do now? Since we notice that enemies are super aggressive in this situation, we are going to try to trade against the VK tier 6. Since VK tier 6 made a hardcore pressure into the city, all we need to do, we need to say hello for him. I am aware of that Sue spotted here. I am very, very well aware of this gentleman. I just don't care. Okay? This is the honest truth. In this particular situation, I just do not really care about him. I would rather eliminate VK from the game, and later on we will start dealing with the Su-100 M1, right? This is what I want to do. I would rather play the game this way. Meanwhile, unfortunately, Churchill, well, Unfortunate for enemy team. For me, it's very fortunate. Churchill is a bit like a tourist, you know. He's traveling around the game and he's enjoying himself while getting slapped by the IS-3S. S stands, some people may say that S stands for shielded, I would say S stands for supreme, and we are just beating the living crap out of everyone who are making bad decisions in this situation, right? Alpha damage is the key, fellas. For tanks like this, alpha damage is the key. Meanwhile, Progetto made a decision to be aggressive. We do not really need gold in order to eliminate him from the game, so we are trying to find a decent angle, and unfortunately we are failing to do so. That's okay. AAT60 is trying to get involved and we are saying hello for him as well. Minus 300 in the face. I am paying attention at this Mr. Churchill, and this Churchill is thinking that he can get involved over there, but truth to be told, he is only involved into the clicking button to the garage. Unfortunate, but it is how it is. Where the performance goes, looking into this team, enemies has no team whatsoever. That being said, the score is 10-2. But still, nevertheless, we managed to farm quite a bit here, and we cannot say that it is the worst situation ever. We did not need to spam that much gold. We were fine with the standard ammunition, and I would say we are making this tank work very, very well. At least I am personally super satisfied with my performance where this tank goes. I'm aware of my cupola being visible for UDES, but to be completely honest with you, I do not really think I can change something about this. So I am simply taking my time to aim the shot properly and try to send this guy straight into the garage. That's pretty much all there is to say in this situation, right? Good, this guy is going straight to the garage, and now we are going to say hello for T-34. This T-34 is sitting in the open field. He definitely cannot do absolutely anything about this, and we are sending him a goodbye kiss for 400 straight in the ass. Beautiful, fellas. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. At this point, I'm feeling kind of guilty and dirty for having such a great session with a tier 7 tank, fellas. Especially such an expensive tier 7 tank. But hey, what can I say? Sometimes it happens, fellas, that we have a great situation, great performance, and I'm glad that we made the tank work to perfection. Although, in the same time, the tank isn't as good as we showed in the current session and in the current games, but hey, I'm not complaining. Meanwhile, what do we have? 4 kills, 3.2 thousand damage, 300 assisting damage, solid 1.2 base experience. We made 89,000 credits, although 25 comes from the mission, so in reality it should be more likely towards 60,000 credits profits, right? And overall, everything went super duper hyper turbo well. Where the session goes, we played with this tank for 3.3 thousand average damage and 300 assisting damage. I am telling you, we had an extremely lucky session, and I am just lucky mother trucker, okay? You cannot expect every and each session go this way, but that's what we have, and that's what we got, right? Anyways, thank you very much for watching, fellas. I hope you enjoyed yourself together with us, and please keep this in mind. This is an extra channel, and if you are not subscribed, feel free to subscribe. It is free, and it helps channel out quite a bit. So thank you very much, and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.